welcome to episode 2 of La Liga Talks, where you can get involved with our shows more than ever. Remember guys, get involved with the host versus fans prediction competition at the end of each episode, where you'll have the chance to be raffled for a special prize at the end of the season. But for now, let's get down to it. Now, at the time of recording guys, we've just entered Matchday 3, and we've already seen our fair share of drama there. We'll speak about that in a moment. But for now, let's have a look at last weekend's dramatic action in La Liga, where we saw Barcelona and Celta Vigo maintain their strong starts with a rather recognisable gem on the score sheet for Barca. So it was another fantastic performance from Barca, where we saw two of their most famous players, the most popular players on the score sheet, including Lamine Yamal. How did you guys find his performance in that game?
Well, Lamine, as always, was starring on the same wing as his best mate, Nico Williams. A fantastic performance from Lamine, and obviously it was the contrast between the youth of Lamine and the experience of Lewandowski that won the game for Barca in the end.
Absolutely. I mean, Carlo's going to do a more in-depth segment on Lamine later in this show, so we'll leave it there with Lamine Yamal for the moment. But Lewandowski, he just never stops, does he?
What a game. He's had 3 goals in 2 games so far. What a start. Like, he's aging like fine wine, as they say. So obviously he's just, Flick is really building his team around him, right?
Seems that way. I mean, throughout the game we saw lots of chances falling to Lewandowski, and credit to him, he was in the right place at the right time. Not all was coming off, but in the end he finished it when he needed to and won the game for him. But yeah, there was multiple opportunities that he had, a couple off the post. It seemed like Rafinha playing on the left, whipping those balls into Lewandowski, was working very well for Barca.
Yeah. And
yeah, in the end he got the winner, so it was a good day for Robert.
Yeah, we'll see how Dani Olmo fits into that squad now as well, that he can...
Absolutely.
He's been registered with La Liga, so he can play the next game. Maybe tonight in Vallecas. I'm off to Vallecas, so let's see if he starts tonight.
Yeah, that will be exciting actually. It's interesting with this midfield of Barca right now, because obviously injuries with Frankie de Jong, Gavi, we've even seen Christensen, who's injured, playing that midfield last season. So yeah, Flick with the youngsters, the 2 marks, Casado and Bernal, Dani Olmo coming into the team. It's going to be interesting to see what Hansi Flick ends up doing.
And he had some rather interesting comments, didn't he, Flick, after that match?
We're happy, and at the end it's like, you know, the preseason was not so easy, and also a new idea to how we want to play. We press very high, so everyone is included in that, and 2 wins, 6 points, it helps a lot. You could see that that Petri he's back in the team, and we have this. You say we have this calma in our combination, and it helps.
But last weekend it wasn't just Barca who went 2 for 2, right? We also saw Celta grab another win. What did you guys make of that game? Give us a little run through for the listeners.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season for Celta, and it's actually very nice to see. After a difficult season last year under Rafa Benitez, brought a new manager in, and there's a lot of energy in that team, obviously being led by the king, Iago, Aspas.
The king
who
of
scored. Yeah, he scored again, and not only is he scoring goals, he's linking up the play, kind of getting the ball in the half turn and playing Villiet Svedberg through. And then my favourite moment of Aspas' game was his assist for Oscar Mingueza. Just a lovely dink ball over the top for Mingueza, who took it on the volley, who's in fantastic form as well.
Yeah, very interesting player. I mean, he started off his career as a centre-back, right? Mm-hmm. And now he moved to right back. Now you say he's playing a kind of midfield position, dropping into midfield, scoring goals, 2 of 2, and getting assists as well. So very interesting player. Yeah,
I like what Celta are doing, and they came back. They went 1-0 down. Diego Lopez scored for Valencia early doors, but this Celta team so far this season have that ability just to create opportunities, and lots of good attacking talent. And shout out to one of the goals of the season so far, Fran Beltran, an absolute screamer.
Fran Beltran,
Got him on my fantasy, so I was very, very happy with that one.
Okay, you're lucky with that one. It was like one of those goals where, if anyone who's played football will know, from a corner the manager's always like, stick someone on the edge of the box for the ball to come out to.
It's a classic.
And that's what happened. The ball's whipped in, it's headed away, and Beltran, first time, top corner, and yeah.
So nice.
Carla's happy anyway.
I'm very happy.
Now, you were on the La Liga socials yesterday covering Celta's game. Now, I think it's important that we mention this. At the time of recording, guys, that game was just played and it was an absolute belter. Ollie, you saw the game close up. Tell us what happened there.
Well, yeah, it was an absolutely bonkers game. I'm not going to go into too much detail because we'll cover it more in next week's episode, but 4-3, absolute bonkers in Villarreal.
Yeah. And
again, I think Celta could feel a little bit hard done by not to get at least a point, but even maybe the win. But yeah, I'm liking the energy around this Celta team, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they get on this season.
Only game of the season contender, maybe?
Yeah, definitely. 4-3. I was on the socials and I was sweating because I just had to constantly be posting stuff. I even posted a meme about it. Like it was a crazy game. But yeah, Celta, keep an eye on them.
Perfect. So guys, we saw some other big teams in action at the weekend also, not least Atletico Madrid. We've got our resident Atleti fan here, Carlos. It's so helpful at these times. You can give us this really in-depth insight into the team. What did you make about their win over Girona? Obviously now a Champions League participating team. Obviously a strong side.
Yeah.
What did you make of that win?
So I thought it was a really solid win for Atleti. Gazzaniga obviously helped the scoreline a little bit. He came out of the box, he kind of he tried to save the ball with his hand outside the box, which led to a Griezmann free kick, which he put in the back of the net. Really, really classy goal from Griezmann. He then could have done more in Llorente's goal, and Marcos Llorente is something I do want to touch on today. He's had an incredible start to the season. He's actually the first midfielder to score in 2 consecutive league matches since Simeone in '96, I believe.
Don't quote you on
that. Don't quote me on that one. But anyway,
I back you.
Yeah, I'd back you.
But Llorente honestly had such a good start to the season. Pablo Barrios has also been absolutely incredible. Very surprised that Simeone has actually started him both games so far, and he's played 90 minutes in both of them. So absolutely incredible start to the season for him, and we'll surely talk about him on Next Gen at some point. Yeah. And other than that, Julian as well. What did you make of Julian's performance?
Yeah, he didn't get the spotlight probably that the Atleti fans wanted, but I don't think he'll be annoyed with his performance. In terms of link-up play with Griezmann, that's probably 2 players that Simeone wants to see thriving together this season. And we saw it in moments. We probably didn't see it enough. The Atleti fans would want to see more from him. But even for Llorente's goal, which I'll touch on, there was fantastic link-up play with Julian and Griezmann in the midfield, where Julian set up Griezmann to play it wide to Llorente. And this Llorente goal, he's just playing with so much confidence.
Yeah.
And 25 yards out, it was like a little skip just before he took it, almost charging up his right foot just to smash it, and top of the net, past Gazzaniga. Yeah, Marcos Llorente is
and then he set up the last goal as well. I mean, that was obviously the 2 players I was mentioning. Barrios, he had an incredible run in the 95th minute, I think it was. I don't know where he got the strength from. But just goes to prove how much he's developed as well as a player. And then he just kind of was falling, as he was falling, set up Llorente, and Llorente just squared it into Koke.
Yeah.
It was lovely to see him kiss the badge, and now with the badge being back, etc. It was a really nice moment.
It's an important point that I think one thing that stood out was Atleti's fitness in this game, wasn't it? Those runs still going in the 90th minute, it was incredible.
Yeah, difficult to take for Girona because it was a good Atleti performance, but I suppose the Gazzaniga incident and even the last minute third goal put a little bit of a gloss on it for Atleti. I think this Girona team are obviously in transition after kind of the exodus of a lot of their stars.
Haven't they?
Yeah. Savinho, Alex Garcia, Dovbyk. It's only natural that they're going to suffer a little bit, but I think Girona should trust in the gaffer, Michel.
Absolutely.
Fantastic manager. Even in the team talks that we're getting to see during the cooling breaks, we're getting to see, Michel's passion and the tactics which he's trying to give to his team, and stick with it because he's a fantastic manager.
Yeah, and just something quickly before we move on to the next bit. That left wing with Miguel Gutierrez and Brian Gil, I'm sure we'll talk about that in coming episodes, because I'm sure they're going to cause havoc down that left wing as soon as they understand each other a bit more.
Yeah, crazy pace.
Of course. So obviously we don't have time to speak about every team in this, but we will touch on all the teams throughout this season, no doubt. The last game I wanted to focus on, it's actually one of the games I picked for the prediction last week, the Real Madrid Valladolid, where I thought Mbappe might get on the score sheet. He didn't. but a few others did, right? It was a strong win. It was a strange game for Real Madrid, right? But they got into their flow eventually and found the win. What did you make of? Were there any sort of standout performances there? Even though Mbappe didn't get the goal, maybe we thought he might have.
Yeah, I mean, this game, in my opinion, was won from the bench. Even though they did go 1-0 up, thanks to Fede Valverde free kick.
Only scored screamers.
Yeah, it was a scrappy game, and you know, all the stars showed up to see Mbappe. It was, you know, Ronaldo Nazario was in the stadium, Kim Kardashian was in the stadium, and yeah, it was like the moment was made for Mbappe to shine, but it just didn't happen, and it wasn't for lack of effort. You know, multiple opportunities he had, that volley in the first half, and then him and Vinicius. It's going to click at some stage.
It will.
It was clicking, right? There were certain moments of play there, which you'll see on screen now, guys. That it was clicking. It was clicking there. There were some certain moments of play where I thought, oh, this could be it.
Just that finishing touch, and it has to be said, you know, Real Valladolid were very solid at the back, and props to Real Valladolid, who, you know, stayed in the game for long periods of time. Shout out to their keeper Karl Hein, who had a fantastic game.
He did.
Stopping Mbappe from getting that dream start. But yeah, we saw Endrick come on and he got the goal, didn't he?
He did. Just 18 years old, scoring at the Bernabeu has to be magic. He did it before Mbappe too. Endrick obviously is a very exciting player. He played just 9 minutes. He came on in the 88th minute or something like that and scored a goal in the 95th. So it was really, really incredible scenes. And you mentioned he had a really nice moment after the game, right?
Incredible scenes. It was magical, really, at the Bernabeu. Imagine being 18, making your debut in La Liga with Real Madrid and scoring a goal like that. I mean, I could understand the celebrations, and there was that shot of him and the little kid with tears in his eyes. And it's what La Liga is all about, really. There, it was such a beautiful moment.
Yeah, many more moments like that from Endrick to come, because everything he does seems like cinematic and epic. But bringing it back to Real Madrid's first goal, Valverde is wearing that number 8 jersey that Cruz has left for him. And he's scoring free kicks.
He can feel it. He's a great player, isn't he?
In a Cruz style. And I think Ancelotti he really believes in Valverde, but he says he needs to be more selfish. And we saw before, I think it was just before the free kick, Ancelotti said, have a go. And it was, even the little free kick routine, it was Arda Güler and Rodrigo stepping over the ball. Just change the angle slightly, and
that's it. When Don Ancelotti speaks, you listen, right?
Exactly. And then last point is Brahim Diaz.
Such a good bench player, honestly. Like, how lucky are Real Madrid to have players like that on the bench. Arda Güler as well. He started, actually, surprising. And they have incredible squad, honestly.
Brahim, you know, coming off the bench, it shows the strength and depth that they have. And he got on the score sheet as well. So Brahim, goal and assist. He's going to be breathing down the necks of that famous front three at Real Madrid. He wants game time.
Yeah, we could see some of these starting in this week's midweek match day, so you guys may be able to keep up with that.
Yeah, keep an eye out for those. I'm sure they're going to keep appearing in our discussions here, no doubt.
Definitely.
So guys, like every week, Carla's going to be bringing you our next segment, Next Gen, in which she's going to pick the most standout young player that La Liga has to offer. Enjoy.
Okay guys, so this week we've already mentioned Lamine Yamal. There's also been a lot of other names such as Endrick, Pablo Barrios that could have been in this section. They had really good games or star moments really. But I wanted to go with Lamine. He scored, he was really good on the right wing against his friend Nico Williams, as you mentioned, Oli. But he scored a goal, 24th minute, a very trademark Lamine Yamal goal, cut in, left foot into the back of the net. It was slightly deflected if I'm not wrong. But yeah, just 17 years old. He had a breakout season last year. This season, he's obviously carried on the same way after the amazing Euros he just had with Spain. So obviously, it just made sense for Lamine to be the player of the week in this Next Gen segment. What did you guys make of it?
Amazing. Like, every time I watch this kid, I'm just blown away.
Absolutely, it's incredible, right?
It's just the technical ability of him and the kind of freedom that he plays with on the pitch is something that is so refreshing to see. And you know, him and Nico playing on the same wing, bit of banter before the game. It was just great, and he's just a star. I love him.
Absolutely, I think what Carla said there was important as well. He actually has a trademark goal. He has a trademark way about him already, just at that age. Incredible. Already, we saw it through the summer, didn't we? Some of his performances for Spain in the Euros. particularly the biggest moment for me was that goal against France.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. I was literally, I did not know what to say. I was stunned with that goal, but yeah.
And this goal was similar to that, you know.
It was.
Cutting in from the left, beating Nico Williams and finishing. Yeah, it's a star. Like, how does it feel to have such a star, a Spanish player in the national team?
It's absolutely incredible. I just do worry that he's still so young. He needs to be managed well by Flick, also in the national team. These are things that they're going to have to figure out how to handle those minutes. So many competitions as well, even more games than ever. Every time we see how the calendar is just absolutely stacked. So I'm really excited. He's a really exciting player, and hopefully he can carry on like this.
Yeah, and also the little moment with the brother at the end,
so
just
cute.
to top it off.
So cute.
So cute. It's just adorable. So yeah.
So guys, the fun doesn't stop there. Up next is Quiz Corner with our quiz host, Ollie.
Firstly, should I take the hot seat in the middle?
Makes sense.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's have a little swap.
Makes it more head-to-head this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, now I'm in the hot seat. Okay, this feels good. Right, so this week I've changed up the style of the quiz a little bit. We're going to have a different style of question.
Right.
For the first one anyway. So this question is worth 1 point. As always, guys, make sure you play along at home. If you want to comment or even just in your own head, like when I watch quizzes, I love to give a go at the answers. So
are we going with the same buzzers?
do you want to have new buzzers or are you happy
I think
with
we're
your
good
old
with
buzzers?
the same one, no?
Yeah, let's go with the same.
Okay, same buzzers.
Have some consistency in this. Belly goal!
Okay, belly goal.
Araña.
So, right, so the first question is a career path question.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And
My favourite.
yeah, this player is currently playing in La Liga, so that's one little hint. But I'm going to start, the way we're going to do it is I'm going to say each club and then you can buzz in. If you want to come in early, you can.
Right.
If you think you know who it is.
Right.
It's worth 1 point. And yeah, if you get it wrong, the next person will get a guess. If you get it wrong, it'll go back to...
Perfect.
Okay.
So, guess the career path. So this player from 2008 to 2009 played for Real Madrid.
Okay.
Then in 2008, he went on loan to Queen's Park Rangers.
Ooh.
Then, after returning from loan, moved from Real Madrid to Getafe in 2009, and he played there until 2011.
Okay. And
Now,
he's still playing in La Liga?
He's still playing to this day.
Oh, interesting.
Right, you got to be on the buzzers now because there's a big one coming up.
Okay.
From 2011 to 2020, he played for Valencia.
Oh, Araña. Albiol?
No.
No.
Okay. Okay, this is a big chance.
The dates again? The dates again for Valencia?
2011 to 2020, he played for Valencia. But I have the next club. There's one more club.
2020, that's so long.
There's one more club. I consider the last one. Or do you want to guess now?
We're going in early. This is the...
Oh, he's gone for it. I have to take your answer now.
No, I don't know what I was going to say.
2011.
Did you have the name in your head?
I've lost it.
2011 to 2020, played for Valencia.
2020.
Previously Getafe and Real Madrid.
Oh, I've got it.
Okay, same again. I don't know why you've buzzed it. I could have given you his current club.
Keep
I'm
going,
gonna
keep
say
going.
5. Just do a guess. 5.
Okay,
4.
Parejo.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on.
I thought I was wrong for so long.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice.
okay.
I like QPR really like. I did not know he'd
I
played
know.
there.
I was researching it and I said once I saw the
Interesting.
QPR one, I was like, this is a curveball. Like,
Yeah.
You don't throw them off.
Nice.
So yeah, the
Nice.
last club was from 2020 to present day. He's playing for Villarreal, and last night he scored the winning goal for Villarreal. So yeah,
Those dates mixed up
Perfect.
in my head for a sec though. Yeah,
Perfect,
okay.
you
okay.
really.
Makes sense.
I don't know
Yeah,
what.
same.
I'm overthinking.
I don't know.
overthinking.
I was just thinking it was so long ago. 20. What was it? 2008 when he
2008
did
he
it.
started at Real Madrid.
Okay. Nice.
But yeah, 1-0 to Luke.
Okay. We started like this last week and then I got routed. So let's see.
Fingers on buzzers. Including this season, how many seasons has Antoine Griezmann played for Atletico Madrid?
Think about it.
Have a think about it now if you need to.
Including this season, so it wouldn't count the seasons he went out to Barca, for
Yeah,
example.
it's
it's a
just
total
Atletico. All
of
the
all his
seasons
career.
at Atletico.
Any ideas, guys?
Okay, Buzz. 8. No.
Including this season.
Oh, damn it.
9. Benny got 9.
I didn't count this season.
That's default. That's default for me.
That's kind of a lucky one, but...
I was even counting the seasons. I just didn't think about this one, yeah. Fair enough.
I did say including the season.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2-0 to Luke. Who is the oldest player in the Liga currently?
Wow. Oldest player in the Liga currently. Do you have any ideas, Carl?
Yeah, I want to say one person.
There's a few names that'll be up there.
Do you want to give us a clue with his age?
I'll give you a clue. He's 38. And he's 6 days older than the second oldest in the league.
Does he play regularly?
Yes, he plays
regularly. I'm going to go with it. Araña. Albiol.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
I did say him for my first answer.
Okay. So Raul Albiol, that's 2-1. And that's the end. There's only 3 questions. So
okay, well done, congrats.
Well played, Carla. So it's going to be a tight one, this. This is going to be good throughout the season.
So, on the scoreboard for the season so far, 1 to Carla, 1 to Luke, even Stevens. We'll be back next week. Hope you enjoyed it.
So guys, time for our final segment of the show, which is always the prediction segments where the hosts go against the fans in the predictions for the upcoming match day. Now this weekend we're going to focus on a few games this weekend, which we'll discuss in a moment. But firstly, we want to give a shout out to La Cancha Pod for his predictions from last week, and he actually beat us, didn't he guys? 1 correct result and 1 exact scoreline to make 4 points, guys, whereas we were stuck with 3, getting the exact result from the Real Valladolid game. And guys, don't forget to make your predictions. We're going to pick your comments from the YouTube comment section, and if you are picked, you're going to be entered into a raffle for a special prize at the end of the season. So guys, what games are we looking at for this weekend, I should say? We got some midweek matches in the middle. We're going to focus on this weekend, guys. Yeah. Now, what games have you picked out, and what do you see happening? Should we start with you, Ollie?
Yeah, we'll start with myself. I'm going for a derby, and it's over in the east coast of Spain between Valencia and Villarreal in Mestalla.
Nice. What game that would be?
Yeah, always a spicy game. And Mestalla is going to be absolutely crazy for that one. But Villarreal are coming off a big win against Celta Vigo, and they seem to be playing well this season under Marcelino. Yeah. Valencia is struggling a bit more. So, what are you thinking, Carla, for this game?
Let's go with Villarreal. I know Mestalla is always a hard stadium to go to, but I think I'd take Villarreal. I'm not sure what the score could be, but I think it'll be a crazy game. I think goals.
I think it'll be goals galore in this game for some reason. It's screaming it to me.
I think both teams to score for sure.
Okay, both teams to score. I don't want to say 2-1 because it's just too obvious.
What about 3-1 Villarreal? Is it too ambitious?
No. I'm not going to say 3-1. Okay. I'm going to say 3-2.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy does have a little bit of a soft spot for Valencia. We should just put that into context.
I don't like saying Valencia are going to lose, but
we'll do it for you then. We'll do it for you. Okay, you don't have to.
5-0 Villarreal then.
So I'm with Carl on this one. 3-1 Villarreal.
Okay.
Yeah.
You overruled me.
What should be the most dead game? 0-0, and we'll all be wrong.
Exactly.
So 3-1 to Villarreal versus Valencia at the Mestalla. So next up, we've got your game, Carla. What are you going for and why? And give us a little bit of an update about that.
I'm going to go with Athletic Club against Atlético de Madrid, San Mamés. Such a good game, always really, really good. Atleti have struggled going to San Mamés in recent years. So my head and my heart are saying different things. My heart wants to go with an Atlético de Madrid win. My head is saying that it may be a draw. Athletic haven't got off to the best start this season, but what do you guys think? I'll let you guys make the decision on this one.
Yeah, as you said, Athletic Club haven't come out of the blocks very well this season. A draw against Getafe and a loss against Barça. Difficult games they've had, to be fair. But I was in San Mamés, and I feel like the atmosphere in San Mamés will help this Athletic Club team, but Atleti are strong, so...
Yeah, there's plenty of potential in that Athletic Club team for sure. They're going to have very good points during the season, there's no doubt. But that being said, I think Atleti, they're on a really strong point, loving the look of their squad.
Okay.
I mean, I do fancy them. I do fancy them to get a win, and I do fancy it that once again Griezmann will have something to do with that.
Okay.
Brilliant free kick the other day, by the way.
What are you saying?
I'm going to go for I feel like Atletico actually going to keep a clean sheet too.
Wow.
I'm going to go for 2-0.
2-0. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm going to say Sorlot's going to score.
I'm happy with
Sorloth
that.
on the score sheet.
Maybe Julian gets his first goal, hopefully.
Maybe, right.
Let's see.
So guys, I'm going to focus on the last game of the match week, which is going to be a brilliant one. Real Madrid versus Real Betis. Now, there's two good teams there, but we saw Real Madrid come off the back of their convincing 3-0 victory. And
this game's in the Bernabeu?
It is.
It is.
Okay.
And yeah, it's another home game. They've got a wealth of talent, as we've already spoke about in this episode. I personally fancy them to keep that streak going. As we said last episode, Carlo Ancelotti is currently on his longest unbeaten streak. I do fancy they'll extend it at least one more week at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Betis, if they were playing away Real Madrid, maybe I would think Betis had a chance, but I think Real Madrid will get it done, and very well at that. I think those 2-0 maybe?
I was going to say 2-0.
Will we see an Mbappe goal this week?
No, we won't.
No?
I'm going to say we won't.
No Mbappe goal.
He's going to have to wait for it.
He's going to have to work hard for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to come easy.
Perfect.
Well, we may see it midweek though, so it may have already happened, guys.
Ooh, good point. Yeah. So
yeah, we're focusing on the weekend's games, by the way, because the midweek game is happening right now. So
absolutely correct. So I think we're mostly in agreement now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Real Madrid 2, Real Betis 0. So guys, and most importantly, if you enjoy these videos, we love making them. Make sure you like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you this special content.
And if you don't want to see our faces, you can always listen on the podcast, which you can hear where? Apple Music and Spotify.
Yeah, Apple Music and Spotify. So if you're doing the chores, if you're in the car, stick on the LALIGA Talks and you'll have a lovely thing to listen to.
Until next time, guys.